Hello, hello, it's Coyote Christina, surfer, author, and dreamweaver. It is TGIF in week 5 of the Amazed and Amused campaign. We had the full moon yesterday on Thursday and just took the dog out for his little potty break. Last one of the day. Just getting this video done before we head to bed. Gonna get up, plan is to get up by 7 a.m. and head to the beach to surf. Excited about that. So the Amazed and Amused campaign is to share about the second book that I've written. I've finished the rough draft. I'm working on editing it and getting feedback from a professional editor. So that's been great, and I'm sharing the information with you. Amazed and Amused and Often Confused. The Journey to Joy is the full title. So I'm sharing about animal guides and chakras. Wednesday and Friday are the chakras days, so we're gonna focus a little more on the chakras today, but also do the animal guides. And we are in the relation stage of the journey. We talked about what is on the last couple days. The first section of the relation stage is accepting the here and now, bringing ourselves into the moment as much as possible, accepting life and ourselves as is. And then the second part of the second section of the relation stage is empowerment. So we're going into empowerment, and we have moose, bear, fox, badger, and tiger. Moose is self-esteem, and that's our solar plexus, correlates with our solar plexus chakra. Bear is introspection, and that corresponds in the hibernation and security and home. So that corresponds with our root chakra at the base of our torso. Fox is camouflage up here with our third eye chakra, the sixth chakra. And fox is witty and has that camouflage, so anything that has kind of that illusory medicine. I usually correspond with this third eye. Badger is aggressiveness, and that is with our heart chakra. So our heart chakra can balance out that fierceness, but we are fierce protectors of what we love. That's badger medicine. And then tiger is the last one, and that is a sacral. It's the primal power in our sensations and feelings, firmly grounded in our bodies. So that corresponds with our sacral chakra. When we reach the relation stage of the journey, our chakras are balanced and healthy for the most part, which allows our energy to flow freely up and down the torso. The flow of energy through the chakras is a dynamic process that sends energy both upward towards spirit and freedom and downward towards soul and manifestation. We can direct these energy flows to heal painful experiences that have been buried away by bringing these experiences to the surface and allowing them to be witnessed and released. When we expand our comfort zone, we strengthen our chakras by allowing for new energy flows. This increases our ability to manage a broader spectrum of emotions and events in our lives. And in addition, we have the animal guides, moose, bear, fox, badger, and tiger, to help us become more present in the moment, as well as guiding us towards self-determination by asking the questions: can humanity rise to a new level of consciousness? Can we gain the perspective needed to solve the devastating problems facing our world? Can hope be more than an elusive and enticing shimmer on the edge of oscillating ocean waves? When we are able to accept life as is during the first section of the relation stage, we begin to communicate our truth with honesty and conviction, entering the realm of the upper chakras, which starts with communication in the fifth chakra, the throat chakra, and the third eye, the sixth chakra, as well as the crown at the top of our head, and the seventh chakra. As our heart chakra balances our energy system during the relation stage of the journey, our energy not only continues to move up to these chakras, but it also flows downward to the lower chakras. So going into our reading and the little excerpts from Amazed and Amused, and this is more about the empowerment stage and the whole idea of to embrace our inner power. It doesn't have so much to do with like a physical force or strength. It's more about a change in perspective. So changing our perspective requires a willingness to die. We must die to our old ways of being and thinking, letting go of the comfort and security that these ways provided. We must be willing to be uncomfortable, to travel to the land of the captive dead that opens the gateway to the life of our dreams. It is not a journey for the faint at heart. It is not for those that are controlled by anger or fear or other outside forces. To emerge triumphant from the psychic landscape of primordial powers, we must develop the ability not only to contain our emotions, which is a really strong third chakra, but also to pull that energy of the lower chakras up into the higher ones. And this starts with opening and strengthening our heart chakra. When we are able to do this, we find that we no longer fear the mythical beasts that line the path of the inner journey, that were born from our ignorance and who feed on our doubt and fear. We cannot progress on the journey to joy while at the same time holding up facades or platitudes that pretend we are fine or that we are fated to be anything less than the magnificent creature each of us is meant to be. There's no room for dishonesty, and few will find the courage to face the demons that hold them back, the ones that we have brought along inside our soul. And that's so that little line, inside our souls, is from the poem Ithaca by Wk5. As you said, for Ithaca, hope the journey may be long, full of adventure, full of discovery, Lastrygonian, Cyclops, angry Poseidon. You won't find things like these as long as you don't bring them along inside your soul. It's a little more. That's not quite. I had it memorized at one time. I don't have it memorized now, but I love that poem. I'll have to share that at some point. And I'm going to share now a little bit I wrote from my first book, To Kill a Coyote, and it pertains to what we're talking about. On the inner path, you are likely to encounter some ferocious beast. The more dishonesty there has been in your life, the scarier and more powerful these beasts will be. But if you continue on, if you keep pressing forward, even when these beasts are threatening to swallow you whole, you will find that these monsters are only as powerful as you allow them to be. If you work every day to be honest, to accept life on life's terms, to be thankful for the things you do have, you will find that these beasts begin to lose their fangs and look at you with curiosity instead of hate. You will no longer be feeding these monsters the lies they need to wield power over you. Lies that say you are not good enough, that your life is useless, and that you must take all you can in the here and now before you are banished to your self-imposed prison of obligations and properness. A world of little choice, the dominion of narrow domestic walls. So that's a little bit about how we have to face what's inside us. We have to, that initiation stage, what we haven't been facing, feeling that pain. The realization stage is realizing that we're doing that and bringing it to the forefront. And then the relation stage is we start acting upon these things. So we start relating to ourselves and relating to others differently when we realize how much of what we've been doing are old patterns or old coping mechanisms. All right, so now we're in the empowerment stage. We're working to change our perspective from life is happening to me to I am life. Get rid of any victim mindset and go into an empowered mindset. And we have Fox in the third eye chakra. The lightness and simple elegance of Fox can come from an approach to life that is practical yet whimsical and witty. Fox shows us how to be completely comfortable in our socks and to take life as it comes with ingenuity and confidence. These qualities allow us to take quick, decisive action that honors our beliefs and maintains our dignity. With the medicine of Fox, we can learn to manage our emotions and communicate in ways that help to build healthy relationships. With practice, we can learn to be invisible like Fox, leave no trace. This is simple medicine, but is very difficult to get to a level of awareness to be able to actually live it and embody oneness, perhaps shapeshift with the shamans. When we are able to call Fox to our side and embody the oneness of camouflage, we have shapeshifted away from a world formed by ignorance and circumstance, moving closer to a world of self-determination that honors the inherent dignity of all living beings, starting with the foxy reflection you see in the mirror. And we go to Badger in the heart chakra. When Badger arrives, we are ready to take action. We are empowered with a certainty of purpose and with the self-esteem of Moose. We have taken time to hibernate with Bear in the heat of the summer, and we have learned to become one with the forest of life, walking unnoticed with Fox, learning to embrace our power during the relation stage of the inner journey. Badger provides an insight that anger stems from anger towards self. It is an anger of helplessness that is misdirected towards others. And that is a quote from Medicine Cards, and another one of the key factors I've learned on my journey. Anger in and of itself is not good or bad. How we express anger can be positive or negative. The key is to be able to hold the anger and rage without lashing out. And that goes back to our chakras again, we need that healthy third chakra and fourth chakra to do this. When we use that energy to create the change needed to make a more kind, loving world. We are finding that power is more about perception than strength. And with Badger medicine, we are given just the right amount of aggression to honor the power within and light the inner fire that will burn through all blocks and fears. And Tiger medicine, I'm just going to go over. I think I read most of this in week 1 for the full moon, because we were talking about not hiding and boldly stepping into the light, and Tiger is my power totem, so I pretty much read the whole entry from Amazed and Amused for Tiger, and that's why that one was 18 minutes long. I'm not reading the whole, I'm just taking a couple paragraphs now. So, and Tiger is our sacral chakra down here in our pelvic area, the second chakra. When we have practiced the medicine of ant and prairie dog, reaching a level of proficiency in our ability to be patient as needed and to take adequate time to rest in our daily lives, we are ready to call Tiger to our side. Tiger medicine guides us in making wise decisions instinctually and provides the potent energy needed to achieve any goal. Tigers are known for their amazing bursts of energy in the wild, and we can use that energy for any change we face or any challenge we face. Once again, burn through those blocks and fears. For those of us who have learned to embrace the instinctual power of Tiger by staring our greatest fears in the eyes with no need to run, knowing we are not in danger while feeling terrified, we have earned a great honor. We work to develop our ability to harness this power rather than be paralyzed by its awesome potential to consume us. Tiger provides tireless discipline and energy, calling us to develop our inner strength and self-confidence to achieve amazing feats, encouraging each of us to stay focused on the things we are passionate about, be persistent, and never let go of your dreams. The potency of Tiger medicine should only be used when a situation reaches a level that requires its powerful, omniscient roar. We should roar for our freedom, for the dignity of all living beings, and for the right to be wild. It is not the subconscious baying of the wolf clan that calls to things that are not seen, but rather it is an instinctual call that firmly plants us in our physical bodies and refuses to cower. When we are able to know our truth, speak our truth, and live our truth, Tiger becomes the ferocious protector of our dreams. So that's about empowerment. I'm hoping you're feeling empowered now. These animal guides are so inspiring and motivating. If you want to hear more, learn more, go to Substack, christinasmithlarney.substack.com. All the videos and all the little write-ups are on Substack. Would love to have you there. Would love to hear from you and see how you're feeling or what your power totem is. What is your power totem? And kind of go from there. So thanks for your time tonight. Happy Friday and take care. Bye-bye.